The ninth leg of Global Champions League was held in Cascais, Estoril, where packed grandstands and an enthusiastic crowd awaited the best teams in the championship. After the stop in Stockholm, Shanghai Swans still dominated the league, as they have done from the stage 1 in Doha. Miami Celtics were getting closer, and Madrid in motion now got to 3rd. The biggest drop was for Saint-Tropez Pirates, who stepped down to 5th. Paris Panthers got an early draw in Cascais and managed to get the first double clear of the boards. Derek Canny got the first clear in and saw his effort duplicated by Gregory Watley.
MJT Nevanos and Watley
There we
the
go.
first double clear for the Paris Panthers.
League leaders Shanghai Swans brought out a new team setup. Pia Schwitzer from his side led the team to the clear, but rookie Kim Emmen saw a strong round fall apart on the second last fence.
Launch. And then it's going to be 4 plus time, and that makes it 5, and it's only 5. Yeah, just the 5 for Kim Emmen and Thea Vanta.
Valkenswaard United sent in their 2 consistent performers, with Marcus Eining and Bertram Allen. Both got a clear out of their round, and even more, at that point they were the fastest of the teams,
And Valkenswaard United finally has got the double clear they're looking for.
giving them the lead. Next to go were Monaco Aces, the winners in Shanghai. With Julia Ebayar and Laura Kraut, they had sent 2 experienced combinations down to Portugal, and they did live up to the expectations.
And she's not far from home. Laura Kraut and Curious George, the Monaco Aces. Would they be the 3rd team on double clear? Yes, they are.
Fast clears from the both of them gave Monaco Aces the lead over Valkenswaard United. London Knights picked up the glove, but the combined times of Martin Fuchs and Ben Meyer, both on clear, wasn't fast enough to challenge the Aces. Prague Lions were eager to get the double clear with the bag and reserve a good position for round 2. Niels Bruinseels and Utamaro performed as wanted, clear. Willem Vermeer also kept a clean sheet, but got caught by the time allowed.
But he's got a time fault, Steve. It's gonna be the one. Yeah.
After round 1, it is Monaco Aces that lead, closely followed by Valkenswaard United, Paris Panthers and London Knights, all on clean rounds. Remarkably, 3 teams sit on 4 points and 3 teams on 5. So let's have a good look at the second round of Global Champions League in Cascais, Portugal. Saint-Tropez Pirates brought in Luciana Lejeune-Vizzini with the big and powerful Loro Piana Fiu de Muse. This excellent pairing had a first taste of GCL, but hit the ground running with a splendid clear.
Vizzini all the way through, tried to keep him drifting to the outside, so it will work into the triple combination. She started maybe on the inside line, but then managed that really well. What a great ride from her. It wasn't spectacular, and you didn't see it very easily, but it was a beautiful ride that she gave him. And here again, how she holds and stays back and lets him slow down over the vertical. Very tight, up to 12. And this is a great clear from Luciana Vizzini.
It's a clear round, 78 seconds, 5-0 for the Pirates.
Peter de Vos. This horse has been out 4 times for the team and
Inside?
4 clears. No.
There's only 1 team on 8, so if they keep the 8 of the board, this could already, so early in the competition, could be a ride for the podium.
Yep. Remember last week, 8 Foots put you on the podium.
Yep.
8 Foots was 2nd place.
There's another world champion, Philippe Lejeune, Vigo d'Arsuy, Kentucky. Always on the inside line now, De Vos. That makes it very tight in here. Oh, but Claire is so reactive. It's a big-bodied mare, but the blood is boiling inside. So reactive from her. Oh. Keeps a special shape over the jump, but you see the front legs going up, you see the tail flying, and she's in good form. Really saved her for these classes, and he's got the double clear.
Miami Celtics were dreaming of overtaking Shanghai Swans on the ranking, but to do that, they needed a double clear round.
Oh, strong ride once again. You have no idea how strong the ride is of William Whittaker. This is absolutely sublime. Oh! No! Oh, he deserved so much more with that ride.
Gave it every effort. William Whittaker finishing on just the one down. Finishes on the 476.10.
Youngster Harry Charles controlled the damage with his great clear, but it was a big question whether the Celtics would lead the league after Cascais.
Harry Charles with a really strong ride, leave the last one up, does so, yeah, and a good clear.
Pia Schwitzer, who will go first, teams up with Kim Emmen on her first teams this week. Pia's part of the winning team in Doha with Daniel Deusser.
He was going for the fall already in the landing, and that's why he got a fault with the hind leg. Shanghai Swans on 9. Don't forget that we saw the inside turn from Pius up to fence 3, but now another one gone. Ooh, this is going to be a tough weekend for the Swans. This could also have an effect on the championship even.
Absolutely, slide down to a score of 13, the Shanghai Swans. Second rider then for the Shanghai Swans, Kim Emmen, first time as I say out on Thursday.
Oh, back rail. Had a little bit of a funny takeoff and has the back rail now 17, less than a rail the cushion to the Chantilly Pegasus. Even more, if a rail falls, they're on the same score as New York Empire, who are on 21. But let's not get ahead of things. Let's wait and see how Kim Emmen does it over the wide oxer, leaves that one up.
But you see, another fence is definitely to the benefit of the Miami Celtics. Not that we want to see that. Not she's going to do that.
That will be have an enormous effect. You're absolutely right. One fence left. The time.
She's not going to let that happen. Stays on the one time on top. 5 in all, but it makes no difference. Takes them to a score of 80-0. Shanghai Swans still keeps the head of the Chantilly Pegasus.
Madrid in Motion proved to be very consistent with different riders and different horses on the league.
Here he's working hard again, comes on the inside line, then drifts to the outside to find room. Here, working hard for the fall, Van der Vleuten, with a very, very active and strong ride. Gets a little bit deep here to the oxer, another stretch, and the time is 82 seconds. The time allowed is going to make it, and he brings in
there we go.
A hard-working clear round.
Last man to go, Eduardo Aznar thrives in the position of finisher, and time again he does what is asked.
But it was a magical round from Van der Vleuten. Now it needs to be reproduced and duplicated by Eduardo Alvarez Aznar.
And a good strong pairing to go to. They finished third in the Grand Prix here last year. He was second, remember, previously in the Grand Prix in Madrid, and third there. And they're very much at home on a big turf arena.
Every time you see this horse jump, you're sucking in your teeth because he's not flashy or spectacular, but he's so smart and safe. Oh, all the control in the world. And they always send him in as last.
Yeah.
Always as last to go, Aznar. The man to finish it off.
It's still still, if you talk to any of the teams, they can't quite decide yet which is the anchor position, going first or going second, but each team makes their own decision, and this is certainly proving one of the anchor rounds for the Madrid in motion. Aznar, as I said, tremendous form here. Watch out for this one this week, especially come the Grand Prix later. He produces a super clear.
Fantastic.
And Edu is in with a shot and produces 2 clears.
Prague Lions sat in between 2 chairs on 1 time fault, and the team made no changes. Lead man Niels Bruinseels went in first.
I think the most difficult part is gone now for Bruinseels. Short strides took work. Oh no, the front rail is down, and now the team is on a score of 5.
So Madrid in motion will go ahead of them.
Yep. Bruinseels moves up to the Rustic Oxer.
Another pole, and they're suddenly down into
Yep.
4th, 5th place. But he keeps them up and will finish with a score of 4 this time, so an overall team total of 5.
Luckily, Willem Vermeer kept the head cool, the fences up and the team on 5.
4 fences left to jump, 3 fences left to jump, losing shape over the verticals. 2 fences left to go now for the Lions for 2nd place at the moment. Vermeer stretching over the Rustic Oxer. He's riding a great round and giving a great clear. And clear it is, and 2nd place at the moment for the Lions. What a great round from Vermeer.
This is a very strong pair.
Yeah, and Ben really rides it as a speed class. His approach to one was the fastest we've seen of the entire class. Inside turn, pushing all the buttons. Little bit deep maybe. Beautiful how Ben lets him settle down and only just reaches over the back rail of that Oxer in the combination. Then how fast off the ground, massive pounding on the turf here in Estoril. Powerful and reactive jumping from Explosion. An extra year, some extra experience, and even better than last year. Very focused, look at the ears, look at the eye. 6, short 4, checking, gets the 4, right, fence 12, Rustic Oxer, all good, 6 tries to the finish. 7, extra one, and then Van Meer is home on clear, 72.15.
The question is how fast Fuchs dares to go.
Capability, scope, quality, experience, sharpness. And also Fuchs is quick. Oh, also Fuchs is on the inside. The teams in the warm-up where they have that big LED screen, they're getting afraid right now because it's nearly impossible to duplicate this so far. Of course he has to stay on clear. Luigi Baglieri, owner of so many of Martin's horses, just like Ferry. Ooh, a little bit, had to steer to the outside. Does it get him close to this Oxer? No. And if it did, Charlie dealt with it. 6, 4 and 6, or is it 6, 4 and 7? Let's see. It's 6, it's 4 here. And now for the finish, look at how Chaplin is getting under steam, how he's getting powerful and strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries to get home.
This is
on
going to be the
double clear.
fastest of the lot, 69.98. He goes the lead individually, and it's a brilliant round to put the London Knights in front.
I'll put my head on, what do you call it, the chopping block?
Put your head on the chopping block, yes.
This
Put your hat on the stand.
We've just seen the winning rounds.
Paris Panthers had a different approach for the dilemma and seemed to opt for a safe and steady double clear.
7 strides, easy fall for him, up to the playoffs upright. Little bit of a wider turn to the Rustic Oxer. In the meantime, while Watelet getting ready to gear up, short 7, and home on 4 in 77.94.
Waterland knew what was the task ahead and delivered. The Panthers took an option for the podium.
Counter canter up to the vertical. Clear, nice and tight to the rustic oxer. And what do we have to look at?
Yeah, we're looking at, well, it's going to be close between them. It was about 156, wasn't it? Well, we'll confirm that 154.52. Marcus Henning makes the return since being out on stud duty since January for the team 13th in the championship at the moment. And then Bertram Allen with Molly Malone. But this is always going to be fast. This is in the same category as Explosion.
The horse has got a little bit of a smaller stride though than Explosion. Now takes the outside turn, goes up to the vertical, but the pace is consistent, always the same pace. Where Ben had to reduce the speed of Explosion into the combination, Marcus just keeps going, and look at how reactive Comilfo is as he tucks those hind legs in. Normally he swings open like he does here over the oxer, coming out of the combination, tucks them underneath. Much tighter here than Ben Mayer as well. Beautiful round so far from Eining. And look at the ears on Comilfo. He knows that the game is on. Stays on the outside. Mayer had 6 strides. Eining has 7. Ben Mayer, 72.15, his individual time.
An average, they want to be 71 seconds or better.
Oh, you know how tough that is.
Yeah.
Here comes Eining with a big swing over the oxer, and
He's
now chases for the 6 strides.
Whoa.
Oh, that's gutsy. Look at the time.
That is fast, 71.57, so he's up there. Marcus Henning gives him an excellent chance. They were clearing 4 in Mexico, 8 and 8 in Miami. They need to leave them all up here and go confidently.
Comilfo, what a machine. It's like pulling Usain Bolt out of the nightclub.
Yeah. It's the nightclub.
And then having him run the 100 meters is unbelievable. So now all about the time. And we have to say Eining gave the perfect assist for Bertram Allen. Eining was quicker than Ben Mayer. But Allen has to get around at about the same time. This is a round for first or second place with the risk of falling off the podium if he has one down. But we have to say, gutsy from Valkenswaard United. They could settle for 3rd place, but they don't.
No, but
they want to get the best here.
Yeah.
7 strides. Oh, and then it's gone, and now it's a 4.
So it means London Knights will stay ahead. Remember that time was 1:42.13, and time-wise they're not going to be far away from that. So in fact, they would have been faster. 1:41.73, unbelievable considering how hard Mayer and Martin Fuchs went at that. Those two put up a valiant effort, but it did just cost them a fence. Virtuous Champagne is the ride, this 10-year-old who was double clear in Shanghai. 3 times he's been on the team, and he teams up with Laura Kraut, this first time pairing with Curious George.
For them, even a slow double clear
That's what I mean.
Gets him 2nd place.
Yeah. What do you play for? But if you do that and you have a fence down, you risk dropping down to 4th place.
Yeah.
How do you play it? Now he's going to go round.
Oh. That wasn't a smooth approach he was looking for.
It looks like they're going the more
conservative way.
Steady Eddie approach. Leave the Knights to their own battle up there. Live to fight another day.
The Knights are going to make once again a huge leap on the championship, because there's a huge gap between the Knights and the Celtics. They're now 8th, and the Swans are even further down. But with Emotion now in 4th. Aces also up there in the top group on the league table. Empire searching for the 4 strides and found them. nice and wide, very straight approach, but not the smoothest. And Champey wants to jump clear, and Empayar gives him all the chances to do so with a slow clear round.
And so Laura Crouch last to go. 10-year-old Curious George, first time on the team. She was on the team that finished third alongside Jos Valoy in Mexico this year.
Oof, there's some music there. The aces on clear, the knights on a clean sheet, and United remarkably on the podium at this point.
Fence here though can make 2 or 3 spots
difference. Oh, this is tight. Oh, this is a huge stretch.
Push.
Out of the combination's gone. And I think London Knights on double clear win here in Cascais. Valkenswaard United, the time out of reach. Now it's about the time of the Paris Panthers. The Panthers also on 4. 1:54.52 seconds. That is the time of the Paris Panthers for third place.
Looking at the pace here, we'll see. I would be going more in the Panthers' direction.
Yeah, because she needs something around and about, what is it, 73?
Yeah. On the fall for Laura Crouch, then must not drop any more. Otherwise they're suddenly down in 7th, 8th in that direction.
I think 78 seconds is the maximum. Very close call. The aces for a spot on the podium, in or off. I think they're on. I think they're on.
So 154.61. No, Paris Panthers are going to go there. 154.52 from the Panthers. Panthers will go on the podium in third. Monaco Aces will drop to 4th place in the end.
900th.
And just by a tiny margin. There we go. Good job, chum. That's how we do it. London Knights confirmed at the top. Valkenswaard United second. Paris Panthers last year's winners finishing in third. 13-second difference down to the Panthers. Aces in fourth. Madrid in Motion in fifth. Prague Lions sixth. Saint-Tropez Pirates finished on a total of 8 in 7th place. And 8th place for the Cannes Stars. Miami Celtics in eventual 9th place. We'll see how that changes the championship very shortly. Berlin Eagles on a similar score of 9, but a second or so behind to finish in 10th place. Vikings, Swans, Pegasus, New York down to the completion of the teams. But in the meantime, we're going to catch up with our winning team.
It's the 3rd win of the season for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We have had a great season, but we had a few weeks that didn't go the way we wanted, and we got momentum now. We tried hard, put the right riders with the right horses, and between last week and this week, hopefully this is a change in our season.
There's a beautiful casino here in Estoril, but you guys, you really played all in. Everything went in. You were the first to go of the teams on clear. The time that you produced was sensational.
Yeah, we both had very good and quick horses, so we were saying we put the pressure on the other ones. We want to be fast and clear, and it turned out.
And then you say, Ben, well, I still left a little bit on the table.
Yeah, that's why I changed the order of the way we went today. I thought explosion in this ring, he's over jumping a little bit, so I knew I'd perhaps be a little bit slower than Martin today. I took the inside turns, didn't take too much of a risk, and then that was a bit the game plan why Martin went second today, and we put enough pressure on the other guys to force the mistakes.
Winners in Madrid, winners in Stockholm, winners in Cascais. London Knights are on a roll, and now straight up to the table?
I hope so. I guess you know already the new standings, so show us.
On the league table, it is London Knights that take the lead for the first time, pushing Shanghai Swans off the top spot. Madrid in Motion stay in third, and Miami Celtics remarkably drop 2 places to 4th. Further down, Valkenswaard United start their climb back up the ranking. Cascais Estoril once again showed to be an icon on the calendar. But now the league moves to one of its crown jewels. The destination is Monaco in the Principality of Monte Carlo.